Have you ever experienced this? A power drill that was working perfectly fine, and then one day, it suddenly stops working. You insert the battery. You get ready to work. You press the button. No rotation. No sound. Just complete silence. At this point, most people immediately blame the battery. Weak battery, faulty battery, something wrong inside. But are we really sure the battery is the cause? Not yet. So before taking anything apart or attempting a repair, there's one simple thing we should do first. Stay calm. And mark this condition clearly to confirm whether the battery is truly the problem. Normally, a complete power drill set comes with 2 batteries, so we take the second one, insert it into the drill, and test it as well. When the second battery is installed, the drill works perfectly fine. That clearly tells us the first battery is the one with the problem. And from my experience, this is not just a simple low charge issue, but very likely something else going on inside. To identify the real cause of the problem, the first thing I'll do is test the battery with a dedicated charger. At first glance, this might seem a bit backward. Some might even wonder why I didn't plug it in and test it right away. But there's a reason for this approach. I want to be absolutely sure whether the issue comes from the drill itself or from the battery. And as you probably know, if the battery is actually charging, the indicator light will switch from green to red. But if there's no response at all, the light stays exactly the same, with no change whatsoever. Take a look at this battery, the one we marked as suspicious. As I plug it into the charger, the light goes from green straight to off. No switch to red. Clearly this battery has an issue. As for the other battery, once it's charging, the light switches from green to red. That confirms it's working perfectly fine. This issue is something I've seen many times across DIY groups and forums. It may sound complicated, but it's actually very simple. This is a common problem, and in this case, I can fix it. Cleaning the positive and negative terminals of the removable battery using multi-purpose oil combined with sandpaper is an essential step and should always be prioritized first before moving on to more complex solutions. The reason is quite simple. After long-term use or sitting in use for a while, the battery terminals often develop oxidation, dirt buildup, or a thin insulating layer. These layers may be hard to see, but they're enough to cause unstable or blocked electrical contact. In many cases, the battery still has power, yet the drill fails to recognize it properly. The oil helps loosen and break down oxidation, while the sandpaper cleans and restores the contact surface. When done correctly and gently, this step alone can eliminate one of the most common causes of battery-related failures. The initial cleaning step is now complete. Now we move on to restoring the battery to its original state. The unique aspect of this method isn't in the tools or materials used, but in the completely different way it approaches the problem. Instead of dismantling the battery, checking the drill, or performing complex measurements, this method leverages a working battery to jumpstart the faulty one, creating a temporary flow of electricity that helps restore its ability to accept a charge. It's quick, intuitive, and highly effective for cases where a battery suddenly stops charging, and at the same time it rules out many false causes, like issues with the drill or internal circuits, all through a simple yet clever approach. With this connection, no long wait is required. After a brief moment, the minor issue is completely resolved, and the battery is ready to use again. Before recharging and using the battery normally, I'm going to do a small test to see how effective this trick really is. So this trick worked perfectly. Simple, isn't it? I'm also planning to try similar tricks in different ways, using a knife or a key instead of the connecting tools. Check it out to get some ideas and inspiration. That's enough reference for now. I'll recharge the battery we marked as faulty, then put it back into the drill, and use it just like normal. Seems simple, but this little trick actually saves the battery from being discarded, and the drill runs smoothly as if it were new. So with just a few quick steps, you can smartly fix battery issues and get back to work.